Your grandpa was a high school dropout who bought a house at 24. You have a college degree and you're still renting a room at 30. Don't get mad, get even. Or keep crying. Your choice. He worked one job. One. Factory worker. No side hustle, no crypto, no drop shipping. Just a normal job. And he could afford a 3-bedroom house with a yard. You work 40 hours, plus a side hustle on weekends, plus you invest in stocks you don't understand, and you can't even afford the down payment on a studio apartment. And here's the punchline. That house your grandpa bought for $20,000, it's now worth $850,000. He did nothing. He just didn't die young. He existed, and that existence made him a millionaire. You're out here grinding, networking, updating your LinkedIn, and you're getting poorer every year. In 1970, the median home price was 2.5 times the median income. In 2026, it's 8 times. That's not inflation. That's not the market. That's a system designed to transfer wealth from young people to old people, and you're paying for it. Don't blame immigrants, don't blame lazy kids. The data is clear. Since 1980, productivity is up 80%, wages up 20%. The rest, pocketed by the top 1% and corporations. They told you if you work hard, you'll get ahead. But the harder you worked, the richer they got. And they used that money to buy more houses. Your houses. You know what your grandpa could do at 25? Buy a house, support a family of 4, take a vacation, and still save for retirement. You know what you can do at 25? Maybe afford rent if you have 3 roommates. Maybe order takeout once a week if you skip Starbucks. And you're supposed to be grateful. Grateful for what? For the privilege of being poorer than your grandparents? Before you come at me with, but my grandpa worked hard. I know, he did. Good for him. He played the game they gave him. I'm not mad at your grandpa. I'm mad at the people who changed the rules mid-game and didn't tell you. I'm mad that you're still playing by the old rules while they're writing new ones. So here's my question. Are you going to keep playing a rigged game, or are you going to ask who's dealing the cards?
That probably made you angry. Good. But anger without data is just empty emotion. They expect you to get angry, scroll TikTok, and forget. But you won't forget, because I'm about to give you numbers that will live in your head rent-free, forever. 1970, median home price, $23,000. Median income, $9,000. Math, 2.5 years of work to buy a house. 2026, median home price, $520,000. Median income, $65,000. Math, 8 years of work. Same house, 3 times harder. Now look at cities where you actually want to live. London, Toronto, Sydney, New York. Price to income ratio, 12, 13, even 15 times. You work 15 years before you can buy. You'll be 45 before you own. Your grandpa owned at 27. Harvard Joint Center just dropped data, February 2026. 1 in 4 homeowners spend over 30% of their income on housing. Nearly half of renters, 49%, spend over 30% on rent. 30% is the safety line. Above that, you're structurally poor. You work just to pay for a roof. You know what this means? You can't save. You can't invest. You can't take risks. Every month, you wire your money to someone older, richer, who owns multiple houses. They get richer, you get poor. Every single month. This isn't economics. This is quiet class warfare. Remember when you were a kid thinking, when I grow up, I'll have a house and a family? That wasn't imagination. That was a promise they made to your parents, their parents, everyone before. But when it was your turn, they pulled the promise and blamed your Starbucks. Now you have the data. You know it's not your fault. But someone profits from this, and it's not your grandpa, not your parents. The winners wear suits, sit on boards. They've been planning this for 40 years. Scene 3, we expose who did it. You just saw the numbers. Now you know it's not your fault. But numbers don't have faces. They don't have names. And if you can't name the problem, you keep blaming yourself, your grandpa, or immigrants. That's exactly what they want. So let's name them. Since 1980, productivity in America is up 80%. You know what wages did? Up 20%. That 60% gap didn't disappear. It went somewhere. It went into pockets. Pockets attached to suits. Suits that sit on boards. Suits that own the companies you work for and the houses you can't afford. They didn't steal it. That's the scary part. They changed the rules. Deregulation, tax cuts for corporations, union busting. They told you if you work harder, you'll get ahead. But the harder you worked, the more profit they made. And they used that profit to buy something very specific, your neighborhood. Here's a number that'll ruin your week. In 2024, institutional investors, BlackRock, Vanguard, hedge funds, bought 1 in 4 single-family homes sold in America. Not apartments, not commercial, single-family homes, the ones regular families live in. They now own over 600,000 homes across the country, and they're not done. Why do they want your house? Because renting is more profitable than selling. They buy a house for $500,000, rent it to you for $3,000 a month. In 20 years, they've made back the house plus profit, and they still own the house. You've paid $720,000 in rent and own nothing. They win, you lose, every time. Here's what makes this evil. They know you can't fight back. They have lawyers, lobbyists, politicians in their pockets. When you complain, they say the market decides. When you try to organize, they say that's socialism. When you can't afford rent, they say work harder. The game is rigged, and they're the ones who rigged it. So now you know. It's not your grandpa, it's not immigrants, it's not avocado toast. It's them, the suits, the ones who changed the rules while you weren't looking. But here's the part they didn't expect. Now you know. And when enough people know, the rules can change again. You know who they are now. The suits, the investors, the ones who bought your neighborhood. They won, right? Game over. They have the houses, the money, the politicians. But here's the thing about winning too hard. It makes people desperate. And desperate people, they do things the suits never expected. Remember 2008? Banks got greedy, sold mortgages to people who couldn't pay. When it crashed, the government bailed them out. Regular people lost everything. Foreclosures everywhere. And what happened after? A whole generation said never again. They stopped trusting banks, started investing differently, started building their own thing. The suits thought they bought everything. Houses, politicians, the system. But they forgot one thing. Attention. In 2026, attention is currency. And young people, they have all the attention. They know how to use TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube better than any corporate marketing team. And they're starting to point that attention at the suits. Last month, a landlord in Atlanta raised rent 40% in 1 year. Tenants made one TikTok, just one, talking about mold, broken AC, no heat. 12 million views. The landlord's office got flooded with calls. Protesters showed up. They dropped the rent increase in 48 hours. One video, one phone, one renter, against a corporation worth billions. And they won. This is the part that scares them. They can buy houses. They can buy politicians. They can't buy 100 million eyeballs. They can't buy viral. They can't buy the rage of a generation that realizes they've been played. And that generation, that's you. You have the numbers. You have the stories. And now you have the platform.
Here's what we just did. We proved it's not your fault. The numbers don't lie. We showed you who did it. The suits, the investors, the ones who changed the rules. We showed you they're scared now because you have something they can't buy. Attention. The question is, what are you going to do with it? You have 2 choices. Get angry, type a comment, feel better for 5 minutes, then scroll on. They win. They love when you're angry but distracted.
Or use that anger. Learn. Organize. Vote differently. Create content that wakes people up. Buy anyway, even if it takes longer. And never shut up about this. The suits aren't evil. They're playing the game. Your grandpa isn't the villain. He played his game. The real villain is the lie. The lie that told you the game was fair while quietly changing every rule so you couldn't win. That lie is dead. You killed it today. So here's your moment. Close this tab and forget, or type one word in the comments. Just one. Rigged. Fight. Lost. I don't care which. But if you type it, you're not just another viewer. You're someone who saw the truth. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So type it. Prove you're still awake. I'll be in the comments waiting.